We have a ton of good news about the Social Security benefits, SSI and SSDI. These days, Americans are struggling under the weight of rampant inflation. This especially holds true for those who are not in particularly high-paying careers. First responders commonly fit this bill. Through the pay scale, though, can vary. First responders don't always earn the highest wages, and that can make it difficult to build up savings. The governor in Florida has approved a $100 million allocation from the state's new budget for first responders stimulus payments, and under his proposal, firefighters and paramedics will be in line for a $1,000 bonus check per person. The goal of providing these payments is to ease the financial burden that first responders may be facing today. Now, for those $1,000 checks to go out to first responders, the governor has to formally review and approve the state's most recently proposed budget. And also, due to budget restraints, the major revamp of the child tax credit provision was only temporary. But there were hopes that it would be made permanent eventually. A one-year extension was included in the Build Back Better bill passed by the House, and Democrats have been trying to revive negotiations on the proposal, since Manchin said on Fox News that one of his demands is to extend the child tax credit is implementing a work requirement. Under the American Rescue Plan, one of the changes of the credit made the credit fully refundable, which allowed those without any earned income to enjoy the benefit of monthly payments to stabilize their household finances. The result was child poverty dropping by around 40%, but the payments especially pulled children out of deep poverty. Manchin reportedly told colleagues behind closed doors that parents would misuse the monthly payments instead of spending the money on childcare. Research into how child allowance was spent showed that families used it for necessities. A work requirement, everybody would actually deny the monthly payments to households where the only income is from a parent who receives disability benefits or to grandparents living on Social Security retirement. Folks, if you believe that President Biden should do a better job in sending out stimulus checks and increasing the Social Security benefits, tell me in the comments down below.
Do we turn our backs on struggling working families, or do we respond to their pain? We should all be very, very clear. The working class of this country today faces more economic desperation than at any time since the Great Depression of the 1930s.
Elizabeth Warren has revealed her plan that would pull some 4.9 million seniors out of poverty and extend the solvency of the underfunded Social Security benefits. According to Senator Warren, the proposal would lead to a nearly 25% increase in benefits for the bottom half of earners, and a less than 5% increase for people in the top 10% of income distribution in the nation. Warren told reporters, "We need to get our priorities straight. We should be increasing Social Security benefits and asking the richest Americans to contribute their fair share to the program." Senator Warren has also laid out a series of proposals, including ones to end college debt and create universal child care by taxing the wealthy. This is done through a $2.75 trillion tax on American households, making more than $50 million annually. And now a new study released by the Center on Poverty and Social Policy at Columbia University, almost 4 million American children fell into poverty last month after the expanded child tax credit temporarily paused. The lapse of monthly child tax credit payments in January pushed 3.7 million children below the poverty line. And according to federal data, the child poverty rate rose from 12.1% in December to 17% in January. That's an increase of 41%. Researchers have said that while in place, the monthly child tax credit payments buffered family finances amidst the ongoing crisis, increased families' abilities to meet their basic needs, and reduced child poverty and food insufficiency. The $1.9 trillion stimulus bill, signed by the president, increased the amount of money parents receive through the child tax credit to $250 per child between 6 and 17, and $300 for each child younger than 6. The bill also removed work requirements for the child tax credit, and more than 36 million households covering 61 million children received expanded child tax credit payments from July through December last year. And everybody, Biden and Democrats, are still pushing to extend the expanded credit. But Senate Democrat Joe Manchin has shared with reporters why he is opposed to enhance the credit. Manchin said he would be open to renewing the expanded child tax credit with lower income limits and reimpose work requirements, two major issues for many other Democratic lawmakers. The senator has also expressed concerns about Congress is stoking inflation even higher through more stimulus. But progressive lawmakers have argued that expanded child tax credit payments are necessary. Do you agree with the statement, folks, and do you believe that President Biden will do something about this? Tell me in the comments. An extra $650 stimulus check will be going out soon. In 2021, everybody, the American Rescue Plan provided a substantial amount of financial relief to people struggling due to the impacts of the crisis. And to ensure that people got the money when it was needed, the stimulus payments were sent out as advances on tax credits. That meant the IRS was vested with depositing money into people's bank accounts during the year. But for those who didn't receive all the money due, the tax credits could still be claimed when filing 2021 returns. The 2021 filing season has already begun, and many people have already started submitting those returns.
Create 300 new good-paying, cutting-edge manufacturing jobs. Folks, America's coming back. It really is. In addition, Siemens will be building an entirely new facility to make charging equipment for electric vehicles. The location of that facility will be announced later this year. I don't know where it is, so don't ask. A lot of my colleagues in the Congress are going to be saying, Joe, where's it going to go? I don't know. But it's going to be in America and help us continue to grow our clean energy economy. Look, folks, when I ran and got elected, I said I wanted to rebuild America. This is what I was talking about. And we want to see a lot more stories like this one. So when the taxpayers' dollars to rebuild America, that's what they are, taxpayers' dollars, we're going to buy American. Buying American products to support American jobs. And by the way, these are the best products in the world. The federal government spends about $600 billion a year in goods and services to fulfill its responsibility to the American people, from the Defense Department to healthcare to education and beyond. In fact, what's happening is the federal government is Siemens' largest customer, for example.
Thank you, Chairman Durbin. I want to congratulate all of today's nominees across both panels, those who are nominees to the circuit courts and to the district courts. And I am incredibly proud, Mr. Chairman, of the nominees that have been sent to us by President Biden and this administration, qualified and thoughtful judicial candidates from an array of backgrounds. Ms. Freeman, I'm particularly happy that we're taking up your nomination today to the circuit of which I'm an admitted member and where I served as a judicial clerk on the Third Circuit, and a circuit that I know is home to excellent and collegial judges. The committee received a number of glowing statements of support for your nomination, which, Mr. Chairman, I don't think have been entered into the record yet. One of them from a longtime district court judge from the District of Delaware, Judge Gregory Sleet, now retired, and another from the Dean of the Delaware Law School. Have those been admitted? Then if I might just for a moment, Judge Greg Sleet, he's someone who's been a pillar of our legal community in Delaware, serving as U.S. attorney and then as a judge on the district court, and 7 of those years as the chief judge of our district, one of the busiest district courts in America. And as he writes in his letter, which I'll admit for the record, if I might, without objection.
Without objection.
Thank you, sir. I'm well acquainted with the qualities and qualifications that make for a good federal judicial officer.